Alright, back to the remodel today. Yesterday didn't get as much done as I wanted to, did other stuff, took down all this brick in the front yard, got the plaster done, that was good. But today we're going to focus on this weird light thing. Take out these old valances, all the hardware. You got to take this thing out too, just figure out how it's connected, and basically I'm just going to kill the switch and then I can work on it. So that's one. Number two, again, going to take out that light over there. And number three, that wall. So going back to the Tim Ferriss 3 things you can do in a day that are force multiplier thing. Going to butcher that, it's paraphrasing. Anyway, that's the goal today. So we'll see how we do. Alright, so the Sawzall's chuck, or whatever you put the bit or the blade into, is jammed. I've rebuilt the saw twice already, so I mean it's like 10 years old. But all the screws in this wood, like light housing, are all flathead, and I don't have any flathead bits. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bit out of my 6-way, and I'm going to throw it in the drill, and basically use it that way. It's not ideal, but it's going to work. I don't want to do all this by hand. This is what we're dealing with up here. So we've got flathead screws holding this up. There's one in the paint, another one over here, and that one right there. So what I've done is I've cut the wire while the switch is off, so there's no current running through this. I'll disconnect the switch later by shutting out the circuit and deleting it, but for now, just so I can get this demo done. Do that. Boom. We're done. Okay, now that we got that down, next project is to take out the bay light. In order to do that, I had to shut off the circuit, disconnect the switch, make sure that there wasn't power going to the light, and now that light is dead. And so in order to take this down, I got to take all these like frosted panes of glass out of the top here, get the fluorescent bulbs out, and then disconnect the whole thing, disconnect the power to it or the wire, and then trash the whole unit. So here goes. it's really important that I say I'm not an electrician, I'm not a plumber, HVAC technician, or, most importantly, I'm not also a carpenter. So, probably going to do a lot of stuff wrong. That's that. Don't copy me. This section right here, this is going to be a hallway in the final plans that we have for the house. There's going to be a pass-through here. Later on, I'll frame that in. We're going to put a giant window here that's this kind of frosted, rippled glass. But this is going to be just an open hallway that'll go through, and then it circles around the laundry, and you can walk right through here as well. This is another section that we opened up. This is going to be replaced, and this section, this short section of wall, is going to be reframed by some carpenters. There's a beam that runs across the ceiling, so they're going to redo this triple ply post, and then they're also going to be putting in what's called an LVL. That's what these giant manufactured pieces are. Those are going to be cut, screwed and glued together, and they're going to span this whole area, and this wall is going to get opened up. There's going to be some 3-ply 2x4 posts that are going to go there and that are going to go here to carry this LVL. So that'll happen in the next couple of weeks. But in the meantime, I'm going to leave this here for now. I'm going to delete these other studs because those aren't actually doing anything. The ceiling is being carried by this beam. So time to get after that. I'm on T-Mobile Home Internet. They have All right, so my idea now that I got these two braces in is I'm going to cut it right here on the outside, actually right there, and then I'll frame in a piece that goes in over those two, and then another stud that goes from this plate from here straight past it all the way up to the top, and then I'll just tie in. This is where it gets scary because I'm going to cut out this stud and this stud, which theoretically don't do anything. It just still freaks me out. Problem with old houses. Termite damage. Look at that. Completely rotted. It's paper. Alright, if you look at the back of the boards, see there's termite damage all along the back. Paper's been chewed up. That's their chaff. It's basically their shit. We got over to here, ate the paper off that insulation. And then this is just Swiss cheese, dude. It's basically paper at this point. This sole plate in areas is nothing. I'm amazed the building's standing. Some of these are just completely rotted through. Wow, gotta replace all that. So today was kind of hit or miss. Or I guess ups and downs, whatever you want to call it. I mean, that's the nature of a remodel. I got that silly light thing out of there. Window covering balances, I think they're called. Those are gone. And then also took out the wall there, just did temporary framing. Carpenters will reframe that. But now we've got like what the walkthrough is going to look like in the future. So that's a better example. We're going to walk through there or walk through there and it loops around the back. Then got out the light here. That was good. Took out the wiring, back to the switch, so we're good there. Just got to clean that up. But then I needed to cut this so that I can do the rest. And what I found was extensive termite damage. And this is just the nature of old houses. So I'm trying to practice a little acceptance, gratitude for the opportunity to do this, blah, blah, blah. But termites suck, dude. I don't know how expensive this is going to be or how time consuming. We'll see. Look at that. Termites!